Here are 5 signs that show you're emotionally intelligent. Number 1, you can get curious about almost anyone. Highly emotionally intelligent people are never bored and they never feel like anyone else is boring. And that's because they can always find some curiosity or some question to get them intrigued by someone else. By the way, if this isn't you, you can work to be more emotionally intelligent by trying to get curious about absolutely everyone. A little trick that I play myself is sometimes I'm an overthinker, so I get trapped in my own head. So to get more curious, to raise up my emotional intelligence, I play a trick on myself. I tell myself, I'm gonna feature this person in my next book. They have a story or a tip or a hack or a narrative that I'm gonna find so interesting, it's gonna be a feature story in my book. And it changes the nature of my questions. I'm searching, I'm hunting for that question. So see if you can play a little trick in your mind of pretend that you're about to introduce this person to someone else, or pretend this person has a story that you're gonna love. And then you're hunting, you're searching for curiosity with intention, and that makes you super, super interested. Sign number 2, you love both strengths and weaknesses. I think people who are low in emotional intelligence, they just like the strengths, the good stuff. But people who are high in emotional intelligence, they understand that weaknesses are actually opportunities for learning or opportunities for growth. It's also where all the interesting stuff happens. So this means that not only are you looking to hear other people's vulnerabilities or mistakes, but you're also helping them reframe them as that's a growth moment or that's something that you can learn from. And this means that you're also asking those kinds of questions. So 1, it's a sign that you're emotionally intelligent if you still search for weaknesses and think of them as good. But you can be more emotionally intelligent if you encourage others that their failures, their perceived mistakes are just learning moments. Fun fact about me, I actually have a failure file. It's all of my failures, both big and small. And in each file, for each failure, I talk about what the failure was, why I think it happened, and then what I can learn about it. It's helped me figure out and reframe how to make my failures positive when I put them into my failure file. So think about creating one for yourself. 3rd sign you're emotionally intelligent. You know how you feel when you feel it. I think a lack of emotional intelligence comes when we feel something and then we try to turn it off or ignore it or shut it down. Emotionally intelligent people, they have all the feels and then they spot them, recognize them, and they choose to listen to them or not. So this isn't necessarily about fixing an emotion or changing an emotion. It's just noticing that you're having the emotion. The more emotional vocabulary you have, the better. So if this is you, it means you're emotionally intelligent. If you want to be more emotionally intelligent, consider getting more varied emotional vocabulary. So not just, I feel angry, but is it angry or is it frustrated? Is it angry or is it disappointed? Is it angry or irritating? Is it angry or infuriating? All of those words mean some slightly different things, and being able to very specifically identify the emotion you're feeling helps you name and tame it if you choose. 4th sign you're emotionally intelligent. You're able to read people like a book. I believe in emotional literacy. That's being able to read and interpret the cues and facial expressions of others. I literally wrote an entire book about this called Cues, and I think it's a key of emotional intelligence. It's one that I did not have. I really struggled to read faces. In fact, I would often misinterpret neutral expressions as negative. And that's what got me started in my journey. I was like, I have to know what the 7 facial expressions are. I have to know what different body language cues are. I have to know what anger looks like. So if you do this naturally, you are already highly emotionally intelligent. If you want to learn to be better at reading cues or increase your emotional literacy, just like reading a book, pick up my book, Cues. There are 97 different cues you can read, and it will immediately impact your confidence and your emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent sign number 5. You're willing to say no when you have to. Assertiveness does not take away from your likability. In fact, emotionally intelligent people know their boundaries. They know their needs, and then they're willing to ask for them. So this is actually a 2-part process. 1, do you know your needs? Do you know when you need to say no or yes, when you need to push back on something? And 2nd, are you able to say that in a clearly calm way? This is a really important aspect of emotional intelligence. I actually taught an entire free class on this. You're welcome to go take it, on how to be both assertive and likable. Assertiveness and being able to speak to that assertiveness is such a great career skill, romantic skill, friendship skill. You have to be able to speak up for yourself, say your mind and set your boundaries, and not feel guilty about it. The key to true assertiveness is knowing that you own your truth and you don't have to feel bad about standing up for yourself or your boundaries. So go check out that free class. I would love to share it with you, and thanks for watching this video.